Hey you guys, I'm doing some bath bombs today. These are some of the ones I've already done. They look great. So I need to make some more because I'm going to a Christmas party and I want to be able to have some cute little bath bombs to give out as gifts. So one of the first things that you do need is going to be a cup of baking soda. I don't really have a whole lot of baking soda. I only have like less than a cup. I have like 3/4. So this generally does call for a cup. You would need a 1/2 cup of citric acid and a 1/2 cup of Epsom salt. Now, if you're like me, you don't have that much baking soda, you can be able to just do 3/4 and just kind of measure it out. I did a little less than 1/2 cup on this round, so I wouldn't mix too much together. You will also need some olive oil, 100% pure olive oil. You can buy that at your grocery store. The essential oil I'm doing today is the peppermint essential oil. It is from Artisan. I did order these off of Amazon, just kind of being able to test out what some of the essential oils I like. I'm also going to be using green food coloring so I can get my mint green look, and it goes perfect because they're peppermint. So these are the molds. These are plastic molds. You know, I got them from Michaels. Well, they're really good. They've worked so well so far. This is the first time I am using them. I'm really liking how they're turning out. So let's go ahead and get started. You also need a separate whisk, like a whisk, to be able to mix everything together. You also will need a jar so you could be able to do your liquids together before you just start adding it in there. So this is what we're going to do first, is the baking soda. You're also going to need to do the citric acid. And then you have your Epsom salts right here. And you just start mixing that up. Again, because I've already started working on this, do not stir this with your face over it. All these together are blending, so they're really working on getting together. And you want to make sure it's well blended before you start, moving on to anything else, just because you want them to be able to sit and work together. They're friends. The Epsom salt really does do good for like relaxing your muscles and things like that. So it's definitely really cool. I did leave out one ingredient that you do need, which is water. So I'm going to leave you here while I go get my water. Just look at my measuring cup there. You do also want to go ahead and go next to the essential oil before you add the actual oil. And it's 2 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of water, 2 teaspoons of essential oil, and then 3 teaspoons of oil. See? 1, 2, 3. Get it? Okay, so I got that together. Now I'm moving on to my oil. That's what it looks like so far. Put you back down right there. That was my ice maker. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I want you to watch me do this with the green food coloring. It doesn't give you an exact amount of how much to use on the food coloring, so I kind of just do what I want, whatever looks good. So you can watch me mix this together. before I did the oil before the essential oil. Oh, this smells so pepperminty. Before I did this, it also came out the same way. So it's just going to be separated like that. It is normal for it to not be like totally mixed, which is fine. You know, you just really want to get the big dark clumps out. It's okay to have little clumps like that. So when we add it to this mixture here, it says to do it one at a time. Let me show you what it does. Oh, it's so cool. It's so gnarly. Look, see how it fizzes? One spoonful at a time. Mix it together. Okay. Do one more of these bad boys. Look at how cool that is. That is just too neat. We like science projects around here. This would be actually a really cool science project. I mean, you're mixing all kinds of like stuff like move on to another. You know what? I'm gonna be a rebel and do two just because I want to get this moving along. Got some stuff I gotta go do. So you kind of get the gist of what we're doing here and how it fizzes up. So I'm going to kind of pause it and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so I'm back here with you. It was like half a second for you guys. But yeah, so I got it well mixed right here, as you can see. So now it's time to do the bombs, doing them together. So I really want you guys to be able to see as I do this. However, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this like you guys are. Whoa. Hold on. I'm going to find a stand for you guys. Hold on. Okay, so I'm working with what I got. You guys have no idea where you're standing on right now, what my phone is standing on. But this is the best that we can do, and I'm going to kind of do it right in front of you guys. The lighting's not 100%, and this needs some more. So I'm going to kind of, you see how it's mixing together. That's because of the plastic. So, I've got that one done. Okay, set that to the side. And you want to just keep them kind of molded until they dry. Those took about 5 minutes to dry, and then I took them out. You know, they were still wet, but they were 5 minutes to unmold them and let them sit out and dry some more. I also don't care whether or not that they kind of flattened out on the bottom. If anything, I think it makes it easier when they flattened out. I think it makes it a whole heck of a lot easier. Especially like because, I mean, you don't want this ball, you know, kind of rolling all over the place when you put it in your drawer. So it doesn't bother me. If it bothers y'all, you know, keep them in there. But I plan to one day have more molds, but I want to get the metal ones. They're not really that expensive, but I don't have the money right now with the holidays. So these are able to do for me. To kind of set this one out to the side. This is actually a lot easier than it was when I did them for my YouTube video, which y'all can check out. It's nothing too fancy right now. My vlogs. Gosh, it's so much easier to mold. My heart might come out right. And this actually did use more. This used more of the actual stuff this time. That's them sitting. That's what I got. Alright. And I'll be back with you to let them know. Okay. I'm back. So I already unmolded one of them. I'm going to show you what it's like to unmold one. Let's do this one. So as you see, the top just kind of comes right off. And I hold it. Let me get you back up here. So I kind of hold it, and I just do a light little pull. And that's it. It's cute. Very cute. Now keep in mind, these are not dry all the way. They're going to need some more time to dry, I'd say overnight. That's why I like making it at night so I don't get so antsy. See, look how that design came out so much better. Look at how much they shrunk in comparison to my other ones. And we got a couple more. Probably 2 more. Maybe 1.5. I'll try. I'll be back. Hey you guys, so I've removed you. I only had enough to make one more. And that entire thing. So really, that batch, I mean, if I do them right and I compress them the right way, it really only does 4. Makes 4 big bath bombs.